All right, the Deflate-Gate punishments are out, and actually, for a second here, let me just backtrack. Deflate-Gate. Why is it called Deflate-Gate? Oh, because of the Richard Nixon Watergate scandal when Richard Nixon was president. But see, the thing is, the hotel was called the Watergate. It had nothing to do with water. Like, just putting gate at the end of the next big conspiracy or misdoing, that really sounds stupid. Has anyone ever noticed that? Or is it just me? Alright, I'm overanalyzing. But anyways, Deflate-Gate, which is somehow related to Watergate. I gotta say, absolutely I expected some sort of punishment to Tom Brady, but I think what came out was a little excessive. Now, I hate Tom Brady as much as the next man in the Patriots, but I'm still not going to say, like, oh, you know, they only won a Super Bowl because they cheated. Anyone who has a sound, rational, understanding mind of the game of football knows that the Patriots, frankly, were just the best team playing this year. At least the best team that made it to the Super Bowl. Healthy Aaron Rodgers, and that's a different story. But anyways, I honestly think, and when I heard the punishment come out, first it was the Tom Brady 4-game suspension. I was like, all right, I can understand that. That's a bit harsh, but it's not overly excessive. Okay, I guess that's fine. But the whole Patriots losing a first-round draft pick next year, and then the year after that losing a 6th-round draft pick. I think it's a year apart. But anyway, that's where I start having a problem with this, because I'm like, oh, now you're punishing the team. And I can understand punishing Tom Brady, because I, like the people in the Wells Report and anyone that's looking at this, honestly believes Tom Brady knew those balls were deflated and willingly and whateverly had them deflated, gave instructions to the ball boys, did it himself, whatever. He knew about it. That's the bottom line. And it's a cheating of the rules. But punishing the team by stripping them of multiple draft picks, including a first-round draft pick, the fine, who cares about? Bob Kraft can shit out $1 million for lunch and be fine. That's no big deal. It's when it's like, you know, why does the team have to suffer losing multiple draft picks when the team itself did nothing wrong? Punish Tom Brady. Punish the coach if you think the coach didn't have control of his team. And that's a whole other thing. Belichick, they're saying how, like, you know, oh, some people are saying, like, he should have been suspended. And I can kind of see both sides of this, because I honestly think that Bill Belichick did not say that Tom Brady should do this, or knowingly knew that Tom Brady was doing this. But at the other hand, you'd say, well, the coach has to have control of his team. The coach of the team who's been caught cheating before, and whether or not you believe Spygate was truthful cheating or not, the fact is they got caught by the league and they got punished as cheaters for what they did. So the onus is on the coach that much more to make sure that his team doesn't get caught with their pants down again. And that's exactly what happened, and it happened right before they won another Super Bowl. And the people that hate Tom Brady and that don't want to legitimize their championships have more fuel to do so. And I don't blame them for doing so, because saying the Patriots cheated last year before they won the Super Bowl is a factual statement. Now, realistically, I think any of many quarterbacks out there do the same thing, get the balls deflated or overinflated. Aaron Rodgers has even come out and said that he likes his balls overinflated. That's a technical cheating of the rules. Now, from now on, it's obviously going to be something where they're going to keep the balls under a lock and key, and they're not going to let teams touch the balls or let quarterbacks adjust the balls in any way, shape, or form before game time. That's obviously going to change. But the thing is, I know people are like, well, every quarterback did this and that quarterback did it. And the thing is, Tom Brady got caught doing this. When you get pulled over for speed and you don't say, oh, I saw a car driving before me that was driving way faster than me. In fact, they passed me and they went all the way down the road. Doesn't matter. The cop happened to be there registering the speed, monitoring the speed while you were driving by in front of him. You got caught. You were the one that got caught. And of course, there's any number of other people that sped on that highway faster than you or just as fast as you and didn't get caught. That's the whole thing. Tom Brady got caught. I don't care if it was a sting operation to set him up. He got caught. If the Patriots just have a big target on their back because they were looking like they were going into another Super Bowl, he got caught. And that's the bottom line. He had to be punished. Now, in a very selfish way, I'm really hoping that this penalty, this suspension gets knocked down. Because when I saw that suspension come out and I saw 4 games, I looked at the Patriots' schedule. Who do the Patriots play in the 4th game of the season? The Dallas Cowboys. That is a huge, huge, huge implication for the NFC East winner. For who's going to win between either just looking into my crystal ball, if the Eagles and Dallas are neck and neck, you don't want a team that has a first place schedule to have arguably their best opponent on their schedule playing without their key cog in Tom Brady. Like that is a fruitless win. That is like when the Eagles went in to Lambeau Field 2 years ago and Aaron Rodgers had his collarbone broken the week before Monday Night Football against the Bears. Like it was like, oh, who cares? Nick Foles went into Lambeau and won. Oh, who was it against? It was actually against Green Bay's 3rd string quarterback, because the 2nd string quarterback got also hurt in that Chicago Bears game. So it's like, who cares? Like, who cares if Dallas goes in and beats Joey Garoppolo and the New England Patriots? I'll care as a hopeful that my team is going to win the NFC East and get into the playoffs. So for selfish reasons, I hope that suspension gets knocked down to 2 games. And frankly, that's what I honestly think is going to happen. But if it gets held up, I'm going to be a little bit bitter as an Eagles fan, because you know what, that just isn't fair. But you know what? Hey, that's the game. If the Eagles are playing the Patriots in the 4th game of the year, that's what they'd have to do too. So whatever. It just happens conveniently that Dallas plays them in the 4th game of the season. It's actually the 5th week, but the Patriots have a bye on week 3, so it's their 4th game. Anyway. Did I think Tom Brady, should have gotten no sort of punishment from this? Absolutely not. I was honestly expecting this to be just a 1-game suspension, just to send out a message that getting caught breaking the rules, cannot be tolerated. Now, again, I understand that people see this as excessive, but that's the whole thing, is Tom Brady deserves to be punished for even taking a chance of breaking the rules, given the team's track record of already being found guilty of breaking the rules on his watch while he was the quarterback of the team. Now, Tom Brady didn't necessarily per se have anything to do with Spygate, obviously, but he was the quarterback of that team. So as Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, they should have said, you know what? We got to follow the rules. I don't care if there's something that every other quarterback in the league is getting away with, Tom. We have to follow the rules. I don't care if you want to take a half pound of pressure out of the balls and it still passes regulation. I don't care. We're not doing it. We're not touching those balls. We're not having the ball boys adjust them, grip them in any way. Those balls are going to come on the field. You're going to throw them, and that's all there is to it. The fact that with all that being known and all the legitimacy and Tom Brady's legacy on the line, that he still willingly went along and cheated. That, I don't care how you want to spin it, that deserves some sort of punishment. Now again, as far as his legacy to me, I still think he's the greatest quarterback of this era. That's not going to change that for me. I was kind of waning on that, but then going into the Super Bowl last year and seeing him come back from a 10-point deficit in the 4th quarter and knowing that those balls absolutely weren't tampered with, I'm just like, this is the greatest quarterback. And yeah, I know the Seahawks should, could have, would have won the game, but they didn't. I was like, this is just the greatest quarterback that we've seen play, at least in my generation. But anyway, it's close to Montana, but I'm giving him the edge on Montana. He's just done too much over too long a time span compared to Montana. I know it's a different game back then. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway. Yeah, it's an interesting situation, and I think what happened is kind of both surprising, but Another thing that I just want to end on this point, one thing that I think is absolutely the most surprising, I'd like to hear what Richard Sherman would have to say about this, because before the Super Bowl, he was quite adamant with his feelings about how the NFL wasn't going to go after, you know, the Commissioner Goodell's big buddy, Bob Kraft. Well, what do you have to say now? Because the league absolutely went after, and honestly went after Bob Kraft and his team a lot harder than you or I, most of you out there, thought they were going to. I mean, $1 million fine, 2 draft picks, that's severe enough. Losing your quarterback for 4 games, I mean, the Patriots will still win the AFC East, but still, that's huge. That is gigantic. So, if anything, Roger Goodell stepped up and said, you know what, I don't care if Bob Kraft's my boy or not. I'd rather send a message throughout the league and to the general public that I'm done dicking around with things. And, you know, hopefully this trend continues. You know, you see the mess up with the Ray Rice situation of him only being suspended for 2 games, and it's the whole season. It's like, you know, a lot of things like that. And a lot of Patriots fans, a lot of devout Patriots fans just want to say, oh, you know, it's just, you know, everyone just wants to have a reason to hate the Patriots, and this is just another thing of they want to hate us because they ain't us. It's a collective of a lot of things of why the Patriots got hit so hard as they did. Again, it's mess-ups with the thing, like the Ray Rice incidents, turning their blind eye to concussions in the past and not paying attention to safety and stuff like that. Everything all kind of just collected up to the point that public sentiment is what really drives the league from underneath right now. Because when the public gets uppity, the commissioner is to look for the best interest of the league, and right now the best interest of the league is its money-making capabilities. Let's be realistic. And that's what Roger's there to protect, in all honesty. Protect the players, protect the money, protect the integrity of the league. And honestly, I think Roger Goodell did a step in the right direction as far as that goes. Personally, would I have hit the Patriots as hard? No, I wouldn't. But you know what? Roger did what he did, and frankly, he did a lot more than I ever thought he was going to do. So, I don't know, I guess I'm kind of sort of complimenting him. He's still a douchebag. Anyway, here's hoping that suspension gets reduced to 2 games, but if it doesn't, whatever, Eagles fans, it is what it is, and Dallas gets to bury Garoppolo. But I'll be rooting for him. Come on, Garoppolo! Who are we kidding? Dallas is going to cream him. Have a good day, everyone. And I'm done calling any of these things something Gates, because it just sounds stupid. I have no idea what I'm going to title this video now. I'll call it Deflate something. Alright, that's as clever as I can get. Have a good day, everyone.